This post is not about toxic masculinity, the sort exemplified by Elon Musk challenging Mark Zuckerberg to a dick measuring contest. It isn't even about the sort of creep who issues a challenge like that when his core becomes fatally unhinged from whatever meager self-esteem to which he clings, or, for that matter, the sort of creep who announces that he likes to grab women by their genitals because, as most of us are well aware, he's one of the world's least attractive would-be Lotharios and likely can't get his hands on any number of genitals unless he's a brute about it. It isn't even about the 10-foot pole I would hope to have in my hands should I ever be unlucky enough to meet either Musk or Trump in person. This post is about how alarming it is that this sort of behavior happens in the first place, that more of us aren't horrified when we hear these reports, that the press reports on these breaches of modern civilized humanity with glee, that we have normalized this sort of grossly offensive behavior. But I don't want to frame this rant simply around the conduct of infantile dick measurers and sexual predators. We are, in many ways, an infantilized nation. Take these MAGA nuts. We have urgent problems to solve around gun control, women's health care, the right to organize a union, racial justice and gender justice and economic justice, and, for crying out loud, climate justice. And instead of working on solutions to these pressing issues, all the MAGA ringleaders have to do is shout woke, and nearly a third of American voters are apparently willing to cast ballots against their own interests in order to, what, make liberals cry? MAGA people, that's an objectively wacky goal, and you aren't making us cry. Anyway, you are energizing us to fight even harder against stupid. But let's touch on one more example of how inane and coarse our public discourse has become. This one by bringing it to your attention, in case you haven't already heard, that Meghan Markle's and Harry's Netflix reality show has been nominated for an award. This one by an organization called the Hollywood Critics Association, not to be confused with the Critics' Choice Awards. The Hollywood Critics Association, aka the HCA, was founded in 2016 in order to support underrepresented voices. Now, that in itself is not an ignoble goal, but let's make it clear to the folks at the HCA who apparently haven't heard, but Meghan Markle and her husband have been talking up a storm for the last few years. Most of what they said has been questionably honest, or in many cases proven to be outright false, and in any case, as reflected in the couple's poll numbers, their credibility is shot, and we have been hearing their voices so loudly and so clearly, and we're so fucking sick of their noise. Dear voters of the HCA, take into consideration that bestowing an award upon people who've done nothing but make a 6-episode whine-fest might not reflect favorably on your own credibility, especially as the Markle fiction will be competing with such stellar offerings as the 1619 Project, a long-form journalism endeavor by 2 New York Times writers on the subjects of slavery and the founding of the United States. Does anything Meghan and Harry might fabricate about their lives in any way compete with the importance of understanding how this mighty country was irrefutably built on the institution of slavery? And look, if that doesn't move you, the Markle mockumentary is also in competition with The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy. I mean, come on, Eugene Levy. Can we agree that you don't disrespect a comedic genius by putting him in some bizarro world competition with a couple of royal malcontents? We are living through alarming times. Can we at the very least agree not to normalize the petty whinging of a couple of Montecito's most notorious millionaires? If you like what we're doing at The Authentic, consider giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell so you'll be notified when a new video makes its debut. And think about leaving a comment, too. Thank you for watching.